Hello, I hope this video finds you well. This is my first video. I think I'm gonna talk about finances, money, and I'm very excited. So, I'm gonna share with you what I did to lower my student debt. So, I have friends and family that they either have like credit card debt or student loans. Now, I do not have credit card debt because usually what I do is that I buy something and then I don't have the money sometimes in the bank, but I'm like, okay, I'll pay it later. And then within a month, I'm able to pay it off. So that's why I don't have credit card debt. But I think I'm also gonna stop using my credit card so much because it does make you feel that you don't have the money right now, but then you can still afford it and you can still pay for it like one day. Because that's how it happens with me. Like I'm like, okay, I'm not using my debit card because it kind of hurts when I use my debit card. But when I use my credit card, I'm like, okay, I can shop, buy dresses, buy shoes, and I'm fine. But then I'm like, I know that eventually I'll be able to pay it. But yeah, just be careful with that because you do want to start using more. If you can use cash, I don't like using cash, but think about every time you use your credit card, think like, do I have even this money to spend? Because that's how we get in debt. I don't have debt because I'm always thinking like, how am I gonna pay like this? I will use my credit card, yes, but how am I gonna pay it? And then do I really need it? I think the reason I also want to be a minimalist one day, even though it's never gonna happen, like extreme, is thinking that you don't really need what you're buying. Like honestly, like do you really need that? And the answer will most likely be no, unless you really need it. But usually you don't really need anything. So yeah, that's the reason I'm making this video, is for you to maybe it's gonna help you, for you to know how I did it. And yeah, let's get started. So I graduated in around 2020, and my dream was to be a dancer. Like since I was little, I wanted to be a dancer. I liked theater, I like all the arts, singing, dancing, acting. So when I had the chance to study dance, I went for it. Like I loved it. I think I don't have any regrets. I love dance. So I had bachelor's in dance with a minor in art. And just what was my minor? Oh my god, it's been so long. I don't remember my minor. It was art, but it was in interdisciplinary art, something like that. But yeah, the thing is that I studied dance, and that was in theater. But that was a long time ago. My bachelor's was in dance, and I always wanted to teach dance. So, like I said, I studied it, and then in 2020, around 2020, I graduated. And my mistake, like if you can correct this, my mistake is that I did not pay while I was going to school. So I really regret this. Like wish that I could like start paying while I was going to school, because I was working. I was a ballet teacher, and I was also teaching yoga and Pilates. So I was able to pay, but I don't know why didn't I think of like paying my loans while I was at the university. And I didn't do that. So the moment I started paying was in like 2020 when I graduated, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to find like a full-time job. And then I started to pay. At that time, you guys, I had $60,000 in debt. $60,000 in debt. Can you believe this? Like sometimes, my friends tell me like, oh, like I don't want to study because it's such a scam. Like, and then probably sometimes you don't even like use your your degree, and you're just studying, and then like you own all this money. But again, I have used my degree. I am a dance teacher, and also it was just my dream to have my bachelor's in dance, and I don't regret it. I really don't, even though I have to pay a lot of money back. If I can turn back time, the only thing I regret is not paying my student loans while I was at school. All right, so let's keep going. I graduated, and then I started to pay. I got a job. I've been in the school industry, like in the education, not industry, but in the education field for the longest time. Just like I have been in the fitness industry. I have taught so many fitness classes. And then I was also, now I'm a personal trainer. Always That was my dream as well. It's always been my dream to be a trainer, and thank God I am able to do it. And then what was I saying? So I got a job right after, and I was able to start paying. Like I would pay like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 every month. I believe the reason I started to pay is because I hate having debt, and I know lots of people don't feel like that. Like debt is just like a weight on your shoulders, and you do not want to have debt. Like trust me, you do not want to have debt because it's just like a stress. Like it's just like I don't know, like I feel like I never wanted to have debt. I was like, I need to pay this off. So that happened. I started paying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and then I started lowering it. So like from 60 it started going lower and lower and lower, and it became my priority to pay my loan, my student loan, because like I said, I don't have any loans. And then there was a time, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time where I don't know if it was Biden was the president or somebody else, but there was a time that there was a pause on the student loans, and then I wasn't paying much, but I was paying. And I had a friend of mine saying, "Oh my God, you were paying while we had that pause," and I was like, "Yes. Why wouldn't I be paying?" And she was like, "I stopped paying," and then she's like, "I should have paid because now my student loan is like like $100,000." And I was like, "Oh my God!" And I think that's one of my biggest fears, you guys. Like I have a fear of debt, and that's why I love the thought of being a minimalist, because it just helps me live more realistic. Like, do I really need to buy all that stuff? The answer is no. So being a minimalist, and I mean not being, but like being a person that wants to be a minimalist, it's just like gives me clarity. It gives me like an idea of who I want to be. It gives me that influence. It motivates me. So I really like that, and I know that like I said, I'm realistic. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be a minimalist, because being the person that I am, I love fashion. I like to like buy lots of stuff for me to wear, and there's always stuff coming out, and there's always stuff that you're like, oh, I like this, I like that, and I just love going shopping. I'm a shopaholic. I do it, yeah, like for therapy. Yeah, I like shopping. So I accept that, but you never know. Like miracles happen every day. Maybe one day I'll be a minimalist. But going back to the subject of paying your debt. I've had friends that I see, and they will be traveling nonstop, like going everywhere. They would be doing Botox. They would be doing lots of things, like I don't know, like beauty things, like spa like things. I don't know, getting more. I don't know, like beauty things, like I can also say like getting, I don't know, surgeries. Let's put that also on the list. Like things that, you're doing that are very expensive. And it's not like I don't need surgery, you guys. I use glasses, and I hate using glasses. But I know that getting LASIK, I know that people do it for like very cheap, but I was gonna do it, and for me it was gonna be like $3,000 because I chose a really good clinic. But something happened, I got an infection, I ended up not doing it. But I was like, well, one day I'll do it. But right now, is it a priority to get LASIK? Like, not really. Like, I use contacts, but and I don't use them all the time, but yeah, like you just gotta look at it as a priority, because I see, like I said, lots of people out there, lots of friends, that they can be wasting money by traveling, by getting surgeries that are very expensive, by doing like things for themselves. Like I said, maybe being in the spa all the time, because I'm not saying don't do that, but I still go to get my massage almost every month. Like you can still live your life. Like I still buy stuff that I want, but you cannot do all that stuff and put it on a like, and this like balance it out, put it on one side. Like, look, okay, you're wasting all this money on yourself, on traveling, whatever, on like stuff that you shouldn't be doing, because if you look at the other side, there's a lot of debt. How can you spend money on all those things over here when you look on this side and you have a lot of debt, and you're like, I don't care, So don't have that mentality, because if you have that mentality, you will still have debt, and you're gonna be at the end paying way more than what you started. So making it a priority is number one, I think. Number one is paying your student loan right away. Like I would do that. Like I said, once I started to work full time, I had my check and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay my student debt like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 every month. I was paying like that every month since 2020, and right now we're in 2026. So you know what I have right now as a debt? Guess. I have about $20,000 in debt. Now from 60,000 to 20,000, there's a huge difference, and I know that it's been like 6 years, but I was able to do it by myself, on my own, and I'm very proud. I am very proud of myself because I don't know, like I just feel like lots of people don't care. Like I said, I have friends that they have like a lot of student debt or even credit card debt. And they tell me like, hey, like I have a lot of debt. Like my husband doesn't know I'm shopping. I'm, hiding the Amazon packages from my husband. And I'm not saying I don't do that because sometimes I do that. My husband wants me to be a minimalist. And sometimes there are stuff that I buy online and I also have to hide packages from my husband because yes, like I'm telling you, I have been able to pay my student debt, but it hasn't been easy, but I feel like I could have done more. Like, yes, like I could have done more. So yeah, making it a priority is the number one thing, like when you get your check, whenever you get paid, I don't know, every 2 weeks, the first thing you do is pay off your student debt. Like you just click, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever it is, send it to the student loan. That's what I do, like every 2 weeks, like I do that. Thank God I'm able to do it because I understand that, there could be people out there that they have to have other priorities. And I'm very lucky that I have a husband that he's hard worker and he is the one that pays mostly everything, but I still, give a lot of money for him to just to pay everything else too, mortgage, groceries, but it's not as much. I feel like my husband is the one that pays mostly everything, and I'm very, very lucky. I also feel like, I've been able to pay my student loans because of that, because of my husband. All right, so like I said, even when we had that pause, I was paying. Guys, I was paying, and I was so happy because we had zero interest, but I was paying. Now, when it comes to stuff like, we're girls, and if you're a girl and you're watching this video and you're really interested in how to lower your student debt, we are girls, and especially if you're like me, we like to look good. We like to buy clothes, shoes, jewelry, makeup. It's hard. It's hard because sometimes you want to like do something. You're like, oh, I can't because, I have to pay my student loan. And even at $1 counts. Like I know that people will say, oh, that $1, is nothing. But even if it's like $1 that you spend on anything, it will count towards your debt. So I look at it that way, instead of buying at Ralph Lauren, that's one of my favorite stores to buy. I had to stop buying at places where the clothes was expensive. So if I wanted a dress, I would not go to Ralph Lauren or any other expensive store like I used to. I had to go to like, I don't know, Forever 21. I know that doesn't exist anymore here where I live, but I would go to stores that are cheap. And I'm not proud to say that, but even like Plato's Closet, I sell my clothes there. And I ended up going to places like that. And even though you can find, I find a lot of stuff with tags that are new at thrift stores, and nobody used them, so I'm gonna be the first one using it anyway. Why not buying it? So that's the thing. I'm not telling you you have to do this like everything that I've done, but it could help you. So instead of buying in the stores where I was like used to buying, like I said, Ralph Lauren, or like expensive jewelry, buying lots of gold jewelry, lots of silver, James Avery, or any other store that you like, for jewelry, because I love jewelry. Like, you guys have to think that this is temporary, and you're like, okay, maybe one day, once I'm done with my student debt, I can afford this I don't know, jewelry, whatever it is that you love and that you have to kind of like not do right now just to pay off your loan. Do it because it's gonna be better at the end. So I discovered Temu, I discovered Amazon, I discovered Shein, AliExpress, Walmart. So I started buying at these places that I know that they're cheaper. So why not? Like I started buying there, and then I also do a search and I compare prices, same product, because you can find, let's say, something on Amazon, and it could be anything. Like it can be clothes, it can be anything for your house, any product, and then you can find it maybe at, I don't know, at Amazon for $60, and then at Temu or on AliExpress you can find it for 10, and it's a big difference, you know. So I like to search a lot. So take your time to search for the best price. I think that is one of the main reasons that I don't have debt, is because if I want something, I will freaking search, and it will take me hours, but I will do it. Let me give you an example. There was a time where I was at Macy's. I found a Calvin Klein dress, and like I said, I'm conceited. I like to buy clothes. I like, you know, to have lots of stuff in my closet. I'm a girl. I like to look pretty. So I found a dress that I made my waist this little. Like, and you know, if you see my channel, I wear corsets. I'm obsessed with like little waists. I found this dress that had this belt and make my waist tiny. And it was like 100 and something, and I was like, girl, you're not gonna buy this. Like, I was like, no. But I took a picture, and I googled it, and I found it on Poshmark. I sell on Poshmark too. And then I bought it there, you know. And there's a lot of things that I have found in Macy's, and they look so good on me, like this dress is whatever. And then I find it on Mercari, I found it at Poshmark, on eBay. So you guys, be smart. Like, go search at other places, and you can still find the same new product for like $20, $30. Like, I'm not kidding you, I'm not lying. I do that all the time. I still get what I want, but I get it at a lower price. Let's go to the other topic on the ways that you can pay your debt. All right, so I do sell. So go around your house and go to every room. Like I said, I am a hoarder. I have a lot of stuff. I'm a girl. I have stuff that doesn't fit me because I gain weight, and then I save it. But then, like, categorize everything. That's another topic. But go around your house. I have one room that is like my storage room, and I have lots of stuff there. I have all my corsets, all my clothes, everything, you name it. I have stuff there, and then I just go around and I do like decluttering. I try everything. I try pants, whatever. I'm not a big fan of pants. They look good on me, but I don't like them because, I don't know, I just hate wearing things that are tight on my hips. I like it on my waist. But not on my hips. So I did that. I went all over, and you can do that too. Go all over your house and get stuff that you don't use, that you don't need, and put it on bags, I don't know, a box, and then sell them. I used to sell on Vinted, but I do sell on eBay, on Poshmark. I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I sell everywhere that I can sell. And I have made lots and lots of money. It's kind of like a second job. So definitely go around your house, sell everything you don't need. Get rid of it. You can still travel. You know, I do still travel with my husband, with my family, but unfortunately I don't do it that much. I think I travel like maybe 5 times a year. And, you know, next month we're going to Aruba. May God bless us on that trip, because I always say that, you know, first God, he's the one that chooses, but that's our plan. Hopefully, you know, God allows us to go. But yeah, we're going to Aruba, and when was it? On Puerto Rico was our last trip. We went, I don't even know where we went. Well, I don't remember, but, you know, we don't travel as much. I would like to be like traveling to Europe, to Italy, to Turkey. I don't know, like I would be traveling all over if I wouldn't have to pay this debt. But yeah, one of the things that I do feel that has helped me, again, this is minimalism, because it does help me think. You know, it makes me more conscious of what do I really need to spend on something. Like, and you guys, I feel like it's hard. It's hard because spending is also like something that makes me happy. It's like a hobby. Like I said, it was therapy. It's really hard, but find, you know, a hobby that is something that it will not include money, you know. anything else, spend time with family, with friends. But yes, that's what I wanted to say. I hope this video is helpful somehow. Again, I have my YouTube video for me to also come back and reflect and just think like, okay, how did I do this? How did I do that? And but it's also, the main reason I have my channel is to help in any way. I like making videos about everything, health, minimalism, and now is my first time making a video about money. And I do think is impressive. It's impressive that even though it hasn't been that dramatic, I was able to go from $60,000 to like 20,000 in 6 years, and we're just in May 2026. So yes, I did it all by myself. Like no one has helped me. Sometimes my dad would like help me with maybe $100, but it's not much. It's mostly my money that I pay, from my job, my work. So yes, I want to end this video with telling you that having that minimalism mentality is very helpful if it, serves you. Think about it like that too. In life, we don't really need that much. Like we are living in a society that we are bombarded with so many things, like even with food, like, junk food here, junk food there. You need more stuff here. You need to get a storage room. In my country, they don't have that. Like I'm from Ecuador and they do not have like storage places because that is not right. Like, to be buying stuff and then just like say, okay, it doesn't fit in my house, it doesn't fit in my garage, I'm gonna put it in a storage room. Like what? Like I still, even though I'm a hoarder, I feel like that's such a bad way of living. Like if it doesn't fit in your house, think that maybe there's stuff that needs to go out so you can keep what you really want in the house. And I know it's hard. I like to watch videos on minimalism all the time because I need help. Like I admit it, like I need help with that. But I like to always like think like, do I need this? I'm going shopping. Oh, let's get rid of this so we can bring this in. So don't buy stuff that you don't need in life. We don't really need that much. And I understand, if you're a girl, you like to buy a lot of stuff to look pretty, you can still do that. But, we don't really need that much. And yes, pay your student debt. Pay it, make it a priority, and then you'll be stress-free, you'll be happy. I'll see you guys on my next video.